Hi, I'm Jill Currie, and with me is Coach Dee Thornton.
Hey, Jill.
Hey,
Hey. Well, I'm excited. I'm so excited that you wanted to make this recording. And I'm excited that we're going to be talking about Avon fundraisers today.
woohoo, let's do it.
Let's do it. So, Avon fundraisers are a fabulous way to grow your business and grow your customers. And so, in today's session, we're going to talk about the benefits of an Avon fundraising event. We're going to learn the 4 easy steps for an Avon fundraising. You're going to become familiar with all the tools that are available at youravon.com. And most importantly, you're going to create a personal action plan and learn how to pitch an Avon fundraiser. How about that?
Perfect.
All
I
right.
love it.
So, Jill, let's do it. What are the benefits?
Well, the benefits are you're going to be able to help your community. And it's very important. There's a lot of people in the community that are looking for things to raise money. You're also going to reach new customers and maybe even some new recruits. That would be a benefit to your business. You're also going to earn more money, and you're going to be on a fast track to President's Club. And that's so important. So here is kind of just a little sheet here that helps you understand how a fundraiser could work for you. If you were doing a fundraiser for a cheerleading team and they needed new uniforms, if you actually had 15 cheerleaders participating and each one of them only sold $100, my goodness sakes, that's a $1,500 fundraiser.
Wow.
And you're going to register for that and you're going to earn 50%. Well, that's $750 that you would actually be able to give that cheerleading team to buy them new uniforms. But you are in charge. So you're the one that gets to decide, are you going to give them 30, 40, 50%? Because there's $750 that's going to be there to be given. So let's break it down a little bit more.
Hey, that's awesome because cheerleading teams, they typically buy a new uniform every year, right?
Absolutely, they do, and they need the funds. So why not ask?
Absolutely.
So let's break this down. So you're going to have $750, right? Because you're going to do a $1,500 fundraiser. So you get to decide. Now, if you give 50%, that's $750 to the organization, and you're not going to earn any money. So if you give 40%, let's look at this chart right here. The organization will earn $600. And you're going to get $150. If you do a 30%, you're going to give the organization $450, and your earnings is $300. So you're kind of in charge of the amount of money that you give. But I will tell you that other people that do fundraisers for people, they don't give like Avon does. So they're usually at that 20 or 30%. So we have the option to give 30, 40, whatever you want, 50%, whatever you are comfortable with giving.
Yeah. Jill, and to your point, most people are familiar with the fact that most fundraisers really only allow the group to earn around 25% or even less. Mm-hmm. So, to give an organization 30% of the sales, mm-hmm. is very aggressive, and they would be ecstatic if you gave them 30% of the sales.
I agree. Yes. Yeah. So let's just talk a little bit about their sales goal. Okay, they want to each sell $100, so that, like we had talked about, it's a $1,500 fundraiser. So if you have 15 cheerleaders and they each sell to 5 people, oh my goodness, that's 75 new customers that you could be having in your database. I mean, you want the new clients, right? That's what's going to build your business. But let's be realistic. What if only 37 of those people are your new customers? And we can even break it down anymore. 18. I'll take 18 new customers in my customer base, because that would change my business. 18 new customers in a campaign. Literally one campaign, 2 weeks. So you have a great opportunity here, not only to do the fundraiser and make the money and give to organization, but you also have an opportunity to increase your customer base.
Wow. I mean, hey, who wouldn't want more customers, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, really doing a $1,500 fundraiser, let's just say you did that 6 times in a year. That's $9,000 in award sales. Well, we only need, it says $10,500 award sales. You need that to get to be a president's club. And that's a 40% earnings every year, all year long. So
Wow.
that's incredible just by doing 6 other fundraisers at $1,500. So what a fast track to get to that PRP. So
That's a great way to put it. And that's a great way to break down your goal. If your goal is President's Club and you need $10,000 in award sales, I love how this is breaking it down. That just says in the course of the Avon year, I can break it down. I could plan to do 6 fundraisers and know that I only need 15 people participating in each fundraiser to get it done. I mean, that's awesome.
It is. And that's a goal that people should be fighting for.
Well, Jill, the thing that people always ask is, the how. How do I set up a fundraiser? How do I, what do I do next? It's like, oh, I'm excited. I want to do one. So tell me what I do. So I think we got to do that, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So there are 4 easy steps. 1, you find an organization. 2, you select the program or order the flyers that you want to use in your fundraiser. 3, you register your fundraiser with Avon. Now that we'll talk a little bit about that, but that's how you're going to get your 50%. And 4, it's managing those fundraisers and all of those great customers. So let's break it down even further, Jill.
Okay, well, we want to find the organization. That's going to be your step 1. I mean, you can't do it unless you have an organization. And we have some awesome fundraiser things that we can print off. We can share with people. We have all the connections that you need, all your scripts, all your talking, everything you need, and all of your thank yous. Cards and just ways to communicate with the organization. So, and share the you want to talk about the flyers. You want to talk about what you can do for that organization. Okay.
Awesome.
Now we don't have Rory anymore, but that's okay. He ended in campaign 13 in 2018, but we will have a new one coming up, and I absolutely love the little Rory and the just the animals that Avon puts out every year, because they're just, people love them. I mean, you can donate them as a gift. You can take them to the children's hospital. You can do you can talk to the police station. I mean, people like things to put in their trunk when they're, when they find kids at a fire or something. So these are just great things to outreach to the community. Okay.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I remembered several ones. I mean, we have the elephant and the bear and
Yes,
the penguin. I mean, the plushes are just awesome.
they are. And they're big too. They're really big. So, but we also have wonderful, wonderful flyers, and you get to pick which flyer you want. Let's just pick one right now just to kind of touch bases on it. This is the time of year. It's summer and we need our bug guard. So you can set up at campgrounds. You can do one, a fundraiser for the bug guard for maybe Girl Scouts or Boy Scouts. I really love the campground thing, because so many people go camping and hiking and things like that. And there is churches that send people over to other countries. There's missionary work. The fundraiser flyers are awesome. So pick which one goes good with your organization. Okay.
Okay.
So you're going to register your fundraiser. And let me explain to you really quick how important it is to register your fundraiser. If it's not registered, you don't get 50%. So make sure that you do. There is a fundraiser desk phone number there for all of us. And what I suggest to do is, after you've registered for your fundraiser, you really want to take a couple of days, call the fundraiser desk, make sure they got your information, and make sure that it is already registered and you didn't, make an error or anything. Okay. So let me just break one thing down here. It does give you the type of flyer, and here it says the bug guard flyer. if you decide that you want to do a fundraiser and you want to use 2 or 3 of the flyers, just put 1 in there and that's all you need. As far as your campaign, you will need to put which campaign you have and how many participants that you have. If you have 10, that's fine. If you end up with 20, it's okay. Just put a number in there. And your estimated sales, you really don't have to put that in there. But if you want, you can put $500 or whatever your goal would be. Okay.
Yeah. That's cool. So you just select the flyer that you want. I mean, these are numbers I would just copy down, the fundraiser desk, and that the ship separate product code. We probably should explain that a little further, because when they place that orders, they're going to need that code, right?
Yes, absolutely. Let me explain that. When you place your order, let's just say that you were putting your fundraiser in campaign 14. Okay, you would register for it for campaign 14. When you go to put your regular order in for campaign 14, what you're going to do is you're going to place your order, and I would suggest that you wait maybe 1 day, and then you want to go back in after you have submitted your campaign 14 order, and then in the product number, the 6-digit product number, you're going to put this ship separate number, the 045642. That is going to tell the fundraiser desk and Avon.com that you are placing a fundraiser. So you will put that number in, and you will put 1, and then you're going to list all of your flyer numbers and the amounts of the products that you are ordering. That is telling them to go ahead and ship it for you, that is actually a fundraiser. So, and then you just submit it, and you'll get both orders. You'll get your 14 regular order, and then you'll get your fundraiser order. Okay?
Okay, great.
Perfect. So let's go ahead and manage your fundraiser and your follow-up. You're going to want to make sure that you schedule a meeting with the person that's in charge of the fundraiser. I like to get a coordinator to come up with some duties for them. Do we want them to, they're going to collect the orders and they're going to collect the money. Are they going to help you put the orders together? Whatever. You have to come up with the times and the dates of when you're going to deliver the orders to them. And remember, when you're doing a follow-up, you want to make sure that everyone that does do the fundraiser, that's, part of it, that they all get a brochure, because that's going to be your new customers. Remember that you're building new customers, you're building new clients, new relationships, and that's the way you're going to do it. I like to slip a little note in there and say thank you, and so that they're all on Avon.com, so you can do that. The other thing that I do like, and it's not on here, is I always like to put my business card in there, because it's a great way for them to post that on the refrigerator or whatever if they do lose their brochure. Okay?
Huh. Absolutely. I love that. I love that. Hey, that was step 4. Wow.
Oh, wait. Wow, that's awesome.
Step 4. So, the next question people ask is, where do I go and find all this information? The forms, the flyers, where do I go next? And Avon's made it simple. It's at youravon.com, right?
Absolutely.
So
yeah.
Well, on Avon.com, that is the hub of the universe for an Avon representative. So when you go to youravon.com, you're simply going to click on earnings opportunities. And when you get there, you're just going to click on fundraisers. And under there are resources. And so you will see a wealth of information, from sample letters to sample scripts, meeting forms, the flyers, the thank you cards, tax documentation if you need that. It's all there. It's all laid out for you. So it could not be simpler and easier for you to find. Right, Jill?
Absolutely. And if I could, I want to touch base real quick on the tax documentation, okay?
Uh-huh.
There is a tax form there. And if your organization is tax exempt, okay, you can get a letterhead with their name on the letter. There's all the instructions on Avon.com. And then they will turn into you a certificate, a tax ID certificate. And so with the letter, of the letterhead of their organization. And with this tax ID, you can either mail it in, you can email it in, or you can fax it in, and you can give it to avon.com. So it's put on file so that you're not responsible for the taxes. Because if an organization has the tax ID number, there's no taxes collected. But I recently did a fundraiser, and they were not able to provide me that certificate. I still did the fundraiser. I just collected the tax. So let's just break it down just to make it easy for everyone. If we did the Rory, it's $19.99 or $20, okay? I always collect the 75 cents to help me with my shipping, okay? So every person gets charged the 75 cents, and then I would add the 7% tax on top of that. So I would really say that I would be, collecting like what, $22.20 or whatever it turns out to be. I don't have that right now, but it's pretty easy. If you want to do a fundraiser and you do not have a tax ID, you don't need it. You can still do the fundraiser and still get a registered 50% off for your fundraiser. So don't be scared about that, because it's not necessary. Okay?
Yeah, that's good to know, Jill, because some people get all kind of nervous about tax and tax documentation, but you've made it clear you don't have to have that. Just know that when you do place your order, Avon's going to charge you tax, and you're going to charge your customers tax. It's just simple as that, right? Business as usual.
Absolutely. Right.
Oh, so here are the forms.
Yes. The organization earnings opportunity chart, that would be right there for you. So you want to have stuff like that with you when you are going in to speak to the person that's in charge of the fundraiser. You're going to have your agreement form, your contact line, and there again, the tax information, if they can fill that out and if they can present the paperwork that is needed. If not, you can still do it. Okay?
Yep. Keep rolling. All right. So we've given them a lot of information, Jill. And so I guess now it's like, what are you going to do? What's your personal action plan? How are you going to take these 4 steps and all the resources and pull it all together and make it happen for your business, right?
Absolutely. Well, you got to find an organization, don't you?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And they are everywhere. You've got your church, your cheerleaders, your schools, your friends, talk to people that you know. I mean, there is so many people. I hear about people doing fundraisers for someone that's been sick in the hospital and has a lot of medical bills. That can be considered a fundraiser. So it doesn't have to be a professional organization. It can be anybody. But you have to pick one. You have to find one. You have to talk, and you have to, put the word out that you do fundraisers and you want to be very professional about it. So do your homework.
Yep. And to your point, Jill, they are everywhere. You can also just pick up your local newspaper, or if you're at a coffee shop and you're back by their bulletin board, there are names of organizations all the time that are looking for a fundraiser. I mean, this time of the year, you're out in your car and you drive by, and guess what? There's a car wash. And guess what? That car wash, they're looking to raise funds. So just drive your car up in there and get your car wash and make a donation to that organization. And while you're there, share your love of Avon and say, you've got an opportunity for them to earn some extra funds for their organization as well. How about an Avon fundraiser?
That's awesome. I love that. Yes, and that would work.
Yeah, absolutely it will. And they're everywhere right now.
Yes, they are. Well, you want to introduce yourself to the fundraiser, to the organization, I mean. I like to, there's all kinds of phone scripts on there, guys. Just go and practice in front of the mirror, be prepared, take 3 minutes, prepare your email, prepare all of your paperwork. It's so easy. I mean, it really is easy.
I love that. Your 3-minute introduction. I mean, 3 minutes can turn into a $1,500 order. That's basically what we're saying. In 3 minutes, you can pitch this, and you can turn that into a $1,500 order.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. It's just that easy. Honestly, it's just a matter of doing it.
Absolutely. So you know, on this slide, it's again part of that introduction, being prepared to have time on your schedule.
Right.
You know, that's so critical, Jill, you know. Um, and and then what if they say they're just not interested?
It's okay. It is okay. But there is one other thing that I do want to add in here is when you're doing a fundraiser and you're actually preparing what you're going to say to them on the phone, you want to make sure that you have your calendar in front of you, because if that person says, yeah, come on in on Friday and from 2 to 4 and you can present your fundraiser information to me, you want to have your calendar in front of you so you can say, yes, I'm available Friday. So make sure that you have that available for yourself so you don't double book.
Yeah.
Okay. You
So,
don't want
Jill,
to tell them.
yeah. So, along those same lines, I mean,
Mhm.
every representative is preparing their brochures. You know,
Yes.
they're putting their stamp on or their sticker on. So, they're preparing their brochures. I mean, would you recommend that they prepare a few little pamphlets or a little booklet for fundraisers to have it ready to go?
Absolutely. I would suggest that you at least make up 2 or 3 of them and put them in your car. That way, if you are in fact out and you see that car wash, or you are out just chatting with someone and they asked you, do you guys do fundraisers? Or maybe you're just talking to someone, you have all the paperwork right there with you in your car. So put together something. Yes, that's an excellent idea. I have just recently put together that myself. It's a little trifold, and it's perfect to have with me so that I can be prepared.
Awesome. Awesome. And that is the key. Be prepared.
Yes.
So now, and we talked about earlier, you know, creating your pitch. You know, what are you going to say? What do you say when you pitch a fundraiser to someone, Jill?
Well, I am, obviously I'm going to introduce myself, but I'm going to ask them, does your organization have a need? I mean, is there anything that you are trying to collect money for your organization? I mean, would you be interested in doing a fundraiser and earning, 30, 40, 50%, or whatever I would want to pitch?
Sure.
Um, it a lot of people don't really realize that we do fundraisers. Some people are not familiar with Avon's fundraisers,
Uh-huh.
and you want to let people know about it, and that they just, I don't know, I just talk to people and I just explain to them the benefits and that they can pick the flyer
Yeah.
and what benefits that I can be to them.
Well, and I think that's the key. What benefit can you be to them? It's almost like when we started this discussion, we
Mhm.
talked about a cheerleading team.
Mhm.
And say that team has a goal and you want to ask them, well, what's your fundraising goal? They're going to know. They're going to know how much money they need to buy uniforms, how much money they need to take a field trip, how much money they need to, go to their tournament. So they're going to say, well, we're
Mhm.
looking to raise $500 or we're looking to raise $1,000. And it's always
Mhm.
good to know what they're looking to raise, because that helps you break it down for them to say, okay, if you want to
Mhm.
raise $500 and you've got, 20 members on your team, if all 20 of those people sell $100 worth, you want to be able to say to them that if all 20 of them raise $100, that's $2,000, and
Mhm.
your organization would get your goal, would reach your goal. And
Right,
so always
exactly.
understand what their goal is so you can break it down and help them get there with an Avon fundraiser.
Absolutely.
Time to take action, Jill. I love these checkered flags.
Absolutely. I love the little flags. So, you're going to visit your earnings opportunity tab on avon.com. Make sure you get there. You're going to review all the steps and the materials on the fundraising earnings opportunity. You're going to make sure that you get your worksheet completed. You want to you want to pitch that. Practice, please practice, practice in front of a mirror. Know what you want to say because you want to come off very professional. And you want to set up a meeting with that organization. Remember what I said. You want to make sure your calendar is clear so that you can set that meeting up. And then you want to be available with all of your paperwork and all of the books and the flyers and things like that for your fundraiser.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, hey, Jill, I think we're coming to the end. It's time for
Yeah.
questions and answers. And I know this is pre-recorded, but, I think our listeners can always just call or email or text.
Absolutely.
With any questions that they might have, because we're here to help. We want to make sure that it's a successful fundraiser.
Absolutely. So you can go to, if you are on my team, you can go to our team page, and I would be glad to answer the questions for you. You're always more than welcome to call me. We do have Karen Jones, and if you are watching this, you can contact Karen Jones if you're on her team, or Deborah Bunch if you're on her team. So we are all here. Dee is here. We're all available for all of your questions and answers. So thank you so much for everything. And Dee, thank you for partnering with me today.
Oh, I love it. I always love working with you, Jill. It's a lot of fun. And let's just hope that many of your team members will take advantage of fundraisers as a result of this time we've had together. So
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.